Hey everybody, Justin Worden, you are watching What's New in Electronics. We are here on the floor of IPC APEX 2025 in Anaheim, California. I got my good friend David from CalcuQuote. David, how you doing?
Hey Justin, good to be here.
Hey man, it's great to have you. It's always fun to sit down and talk because what I love about our conversations is we don't just focus on CalcuQuote, we make sure you guys get the press. But there's a lot going on in the industry that I want to dig in and get your perspective on, specifically starting with this whole thing with tariffs and all the regulation that's coming down. What are you seeing?
Tariffs are changing every day. You guys are hearing that a million times a day, I'm sure. What we're trying to do about it is to help our customers get some insight as to when a tariff would apply at the component level. So if they've got a BOM or a demand list where they're trying to source from all the different distributors and component manufacturers they work with, we're trying to show them country of origin. We're trying to show them if a tariff is going to apply for that particular component. And we're having to work really closely with our partners, like those distributors I mentioned a second ago, to say, guys, can you be consistent about the data you're supplying to your customers because they need this? And of course, it's a dynamic changing landscape for the distributors too, so everybody's going to have to be patient with everybody, but we're doing the best we can to get as much and most accurate data as possible and show it to customers at the point of sale.
You know, you turn on the news and you can get so much mixed messages with the political issues behind tariffs and all the regulations, but my question for you is, are those tariffs really having an impact from a financial standpoint to where some people actually need to swap out components?
I think certainly looking at alternate AMLs for a particular part, that is definitely something that's a reality right now. I think also to your question about is it having a financial impact, it's having a huge impact because our customers are ordering parts, they're finding out after they get the parts that a tariff applies, so now they've got to go pay extra money, more than what they were anticipating, to their suppliers. In the meantime, the OEM who's buying from our EMS customers is saying, we're not going to pay for these tariffs. You didn't tell us when you gave us a quote that tariffs were going to apply. So it's a really tricky situation for everybody. I don't think there's a great answer for anyone right now, but we're certainly at least trying to create more visibility to help customers navigate this really difficult terrain.
There's probably not a great answer because it's evolving, it's changing very frequently, but what advice would you give to someone that is just dealing with this right now?
I think the advice that I would give is to be extra careful and to look for tools that give you greater visibility and insight into when a tariff may apply, and try to get that answer more than one way. So you can look at things like HTS codes, you can look at the country of origin, you can look at just simple data like, does a tariff apply, yes, no. In some cases, there may be a tariff tomorrow that there isn't today, and that's what's making this really tricky. But that's why I think you need to look at different kinds of data for every single demand action you have to determine whether or not a country there may be a tariff for parts coming from that country.
So, switching off the tariffs, I mean, are there different issues coming up from the regulatory standpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. So, carbon footprint tracking is going to be really big for our customers in the European Union. They've already got regulations that apply across the entire EU that say you have to track the carbon footprint of any product that you're manufacturing, and so that's already happened. And there's a similar law, I understand, that's going into effect in California beginning in January of 2026. So if it's not hitting you today, it might be hitting you a few months from now. And I would expect there will be other states that follow as well. I also have been told that certain industries, like the automotive industry, they're very interested in carbon footprint tracking as well. So what are we doing about it? We've partnered with a company called Banyan. We're really excited about this. Banyan is a startup company with industry veterans coming out of electronics manufacturing. So they know a lot about our space, and they're helping customers come up with a carbon footprint for any individual product. So we've taken Banyan's products and integrated them into CalcuQuote products, so that if I'm an EMS or an OEM, I've got a BOM, I want to understand what the carbon footprint is, I've got one source where I can find all that information in addition to the cost data that I've always used CalcuQuote for.
I mean, you guys just keep bolting on more and more services, but the industry is demanding it. I mean, I feel like my anxiety level just went up a little bit.
Yeah, well, join the club.
Yeah. Well, let's bring it home back to CalcuQuote. Let's specifically talk about some of the things that you guys are doing to kind of troubleshoot and help people prepare for these changes.
Well, I think just as a broad statement, we try to keep very close to the customer, our customers. We try to keep our ear close to the ground, understand what customers are facing day in and day out, because as you said, everything changes in this industry. It changes really quickly. So we have to be very, very dynamic. We have to be very, very responsive. I think we're a very customer-centric company and try to think about thoughtful solutions to the problems that our customers face so that hopefully they're not in the same position 6 months later when something else changes.
Yeah. Well, David, I thank you so much for your time. It's wonderful to see CalcuQuote continue to evolve as the industry demands it, offering more and more services. Appreciate all your time.
Thanks for having me.